Today I want to share with you how you can actually create that perfect home office that's going to fit you, that's going to fit your style, your needs, your desires, and everything in between. Because as you know, 2020 taught us how to be more versatile, how to actually adapt, because we needed to. A lot of us had to figure out how we were going to adjust. We had to figure out how we were going to produce the same amount of output in a completely different setting. So a lot of us may still find ourselves in a temporary office. So we need to adjust and make something a little bit more permanent for our needs. So the first thing we absolutely need to consider, and we cannot get around this, is selecting the space. Where will we work? As an example, where will we find the most comfortable space? Where will we find the space that we are gonna limit our interactions or distractions with the outside world? Is that the kitchen? Is that in your bedroom? Is that in an extra bedroom? Is that in the garage? Is that in the attic or in the basement? Where is that? And a lot of that's going to depend on the type of work that you're doing. So as an example, if you have the need to print out things constantly, well, you're going to need multiple surface areas, and they need to be relatively close to each other because you can't be going back and forth every single time you print. Now, if you find yourself writing things down a lot, then you're going to need plenty of space in order to have your monitor in one place and have some room to write down some items on the other. So you're gonna need plenty of desk space. Now, if you don't have enough space or enough surface area, then you can work closer to a wall and start mounting a few things. As an example, you can mount a monitor and have your desk be completely open for whatever it is that you need. Now, understanding your workspace and the needs that derive from that, you're gonna be able to make the selection on the type of desk and the type of chair you're gonna need. Now, quick tip, if you're planning to go with the standing desk, I actually encourage you to go to your counter on your kitchen, which typically is a little bit higher, and work from there for a couple of hours. I want you to get adjusted to the height difference. Now, the reason I suggest that you try working standing up first before you actually make the financial commitment to purchase a standing desk is because standing while you're working sounds like a great idea. It really does, but unless you know how to do that or feel comfortable doing that, it can get a little bit tiresome. Now, the item that I suggest that you overspend on is actually your office chair. And when I say overspend, I mean spending more than you thought you ever would for an office chair. And the reason I suggest that you spend a good amount of money on your office chair is because quality matters. You are sitting down for a long extended period of time, so you want to feel comfortable. And you're gonna find that when you start sitting down quite a bit, your back is going to be on fire. So you want to be as comfortable as possible. Don't get these chairs that break quickly. Don't get these chairs that are uncomfortable. Get a high quality chair. Now, for this video, I'm not going to talk too much about computers because chances are either you have your own computer that you had for the longest time, or your company is giving you that computer. So that's not something that we really want to fit here in this video. Whatever laptop or whatever desktop you're using, that's the one you're going to be using anyway. Now, what I will talk about when it comes to equipment is the audio and video, because chances are the audio and video are something that you didn't necessarily have to ever worry about. Now, for your audio, you want to get a decent pair of headphones. You want to be able to hear people well, and also if you're getting the earpieces that you can actually speak in, then make sure that that microphone is on par with today's standards. Now, if you really want crispy audio when you speak, you're gonna wanna get an external microphone. This is gonna really help you out and stand out whenever you're speaking. Now, even though your earbuds do oftentimes have an internal microphone, I don't encourage you to use that as your primary source of audio if you can help it. So if you have the money and the budget to buy an external microphone, then go ahead and do it. Now, when it comes to your video, I don't encourage you using the webcam that comes with your computer. That too needs to be external. The webcams that are external are far superior than anything you're gonna find within the laptop. Now, if you wanna take your video to another level, you can ditch the webcam and use a camera. I right now am using a camera. It's the M50 Canon. So you can certainly connect your camera into your computer so you can make video calls from your camera itself, which is gonna come across pretty darn clear. Now, the next thing you wanna get right is your lighting. Regardless of what part of the house you're in, your lighting needs to be improved. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, Jaime, I use natural lighting. I use natural lighting because I am right in front of a windowsill, and I use that natural lighting whenever I'm on conference calls. Well, what happens if you're on a conference call in the middle of the night? Well, you're not going to have natural lighting. So if you can replicate the same type of lighting at any time in the day, you're far ahead.